Welcome to Bean Farm Gaming. Happy Easter to all those lovers of spring. And this is a review of Escape from Life Incorporated. I'd like to thank the publisher for providing me a review copy of the game prior to its release. It was developed by
Power Booger
and published by Sometimes You.
Sometimes me.
It is set to release on March 31st, but if you pre-order it now, they'll happily give you 20% discount. Welcome to Escape from Life Incorporated. I'll be calling it EFL from here on out, thank you. It's described as a quirky puzzle platformer with a capturing story. Alright, we'll see about that. It features 3 playable characters who all have been captured and put into a mysterious lab. Okay. You start the game out as a bunch of animals behind lockdown in some crazy-ass scientific lab? Okay. I'll give it 1 bean for the original storyline, because as a pixel art 2D platform, I'll tell you, they're really not blowing my socks off. EFL starts you off with the ability to control 3 animals. Bob, the optimistic fish with synthetic legs. Ern, the cocky eagle. Rick, the stuttering reindeer. You can switch between the 3 characters at any time, which becomes evident right away as soon as you need each of their abilities to overcome the obstacles and unlock the gates to move to new areas. Right away, the first thing you'll probably notice is the graphic design of the characters and the environment. Honestly, the whole game looked like drawings my kids brought home in the 3rd grade.
Hey, that's not fair. My drawings look better than that.
Okay, it's easy to bag on the rudimentary graphics here, but let me explain. EFL was designed by a 15-year-old solo developer from Sweden as a passion project. They spent about 1.5 years polishing it to the state that we're seeing it today, which is pretty amazing. Hey kids, what game have you been working on?
Hey, that's not fair. I can't make a video game all by myself.
Overall, the game basically played well, and the characters controlled as good as animated blocks really could be expected to. I didn't experience any glitches or gameplay elements that broke the experience after a while of running through short missions, searching in every little nook and cranny for a few little scattered collectibles, and playing the whole fly the hoop through the loop with Mr. Eagle. I almost forgot how basic the building blocks in this game really are.
Look out, Sonic!
Which, a good sign for if you're able to involve the player to the point where they forget the confines of the game and actually can concentrate on the mission. Then you're kind of onto something, aren't you? So the playability is there. The general mechanics of running, flying, wall climbing, and interacting with objects work well. And is it fun to play? Well, no, not really. More of a chore to struggle through each challenge to unlock a new room filled with more traps and puzzles. The level design was intuitive, and it took little to no brain work to figure out what new set of buttons or switches needed to be hit to open the next passage. So all you kids hoping to see this guy... I'm sorry to say, there's really no brain busters in this game. Although the level of difficulty increased slightly throughout the levels, I never felt like there was much of a spike at any given point. Just an ever-growing disdain for continuing forward, knowing that more rooms with repeated texture patterns and button pressings awaited me. The developer sprinkled a few character-specific abilities throughout the levels. Like wall jumps, extra health, and who can forget Bob the Fish's amazing retractable leg skill? Mind blown. Overall, the game reminded me of a few basic games I started to play with back in school in basic programming classes. The simple A to B design was initially shocking to see on Xbox without falling into the idea at Xbox program, which is a huge win for this solo developer. We wish Power Burger the best of luck with their future developments because Escape from Life was only able to escape the farm with 2.5 beans out of 5. Well, that wraps up another great review here on the farm, so be sure to visit again next week. We'll be taking another close good look at a small indie title called Glam on the Nintendo Switch. Y'all stay safe out there. We'll see you next time on the farm. We'd like to tip our hats to Xbox Live. We had a good run. You'll live on in our hearts and our minds.